Tell us a little bit about you and what your role is.
James Koenig, I'm a director of local district support services. I support civic engagement throughout the county. I support districts with their initiatives, working with students to get engaged in civic engagement throughout the county, which has been our latest focus, as well as a myriad of other duties in support of our districts and the County Office of Education here in Ventura.
What do you think are the most important things that young people can do to make their voice heard in government?
Oh, I think first, more than anything, is don't work too hard to figure it out and have all the right answers, but connect with or find people that are there to support you and find a way to be persistent. I love it when I hear students, they they tried and in their mind they may have failed, they didn't get where they needed to be, but then they pick themselves up by their bootstraps and try again and again, because that's what it takes, whether you're going for a job, whether you're trying to make a project happen. It takes that kind of work. The other thing is, I think, build the skills to discern who is there for their benefit or the benefit of the cause they're working for, and making sure who they're working with are fully engaged as they are, or interested in being engaged and in it for the right and honest reasons.
How can student organizations better connect with elected officials and local government to make that continuous work possible?
I think to a degree, it's good old-fashioned face-to-face interaction. There's only so much that happens through an email, through posts, electronically, social media, and otherwise. It has a limiting factor in the sense that you don't really get to know the individual, they don't get to know you. It's not about efficiency, it's not about anything that's old school, just human nature in general. Going there, looking professional or at least business casual, presenting yourself, talking to somebody, building some rapport, those go a long way still. And I think it is an art that is to be protected in order to build a student's capacity, to help them with their future, and also keep that connection between people. Otherwise, there's a risk of it being further and further apart. And when we're further apart, our connection and desire to do something about whatever the issue is further apart and is weakened. So it has um, multiple layers to it. So it's worth fighting for.
Right.
Yeah.
What would you say that face-to-face interaction could look like? Would it be like inviting those officials over to our events or having regular meetings like this one? Like, what would you think that could look like?
All the above. I think one thing I love the most is when students reach out to me in an email. I have a student I've been supporting to build civic engagement in their school and their district. And it started with, I believe, an email, and then it was a phone call. And we've Zoomed a couple times, got to know their parents because they want to do something within civics in their realm. So the fact that they were interested and were willing to meet with me on a regular basis said a lot. And so I was willing to go the extra mile to support them. So reaching out, I think going to certain events, but also asking them to come to their events. And you might have to be persistent. You might have to learn skills of persuasion. What is it that they have going on that's of interest to them that you can speak to and is connected to the event or activity or something you can provide to, say, that organization or individual? So, for example, I work in civic engagement, so talking to you about this is in my wheelhouse. It's a wonderful experience to talk to youth about where they want to go and support them with their growth. So it made sense to do so. And you being persistent and following up, and like, hey, can we do this? It'd be great, and answering all my questions. It takes something like that, and it can be annoying because it's like, why can't they just say yes? Well, there's layers. There's
One last question for you. What advice would you give to a high school student who wants to turn civic engagement into lasting change?
I think it goes to some basic concepts, going after something they truly care about and they're passionate about, because it's going to take time, potentially, and effort.
Sure.
And it's maybe easy in the beginning, but a year, 2, 3, 4 years in, you might lose momentum and energy. So it's key to be there. Having someone to go to, a trusted individual that you completely trust for advice, to vent, to support you, because anything worthwhile takes effort and is not going to come necessarily easily. And so you'll just need someone that can support you, either to, I think, re-energize you, give you feedback on where one or someone is effective or ineffective, and to help you get out of your own way, because it's really easy to get into a mindset where you might want to give up on something that really matters to you because maybe it's not working out, you've lost confidence. Or on the flip side, you're having a lot of success and your head's gotten too big and your ego's grown so much, you need something to kind of bring you back down to earth. So it kind of works in both regard. And I think it may be cliche, it may be canny, but finding something you're passionate about, something that you may love or really enjoy because it makes a difference. Work and career does not define you, but it is something makes it more enjoyable to do what you love and enjoy. And I'm speaking from experience because when you wake up in the morning, it's nice to look forward to where you're going and what you're doing versus not. Um, and don't get me wrong, people have work that they need to do to support their families, pay their bills, etc. All I'm saying is, with a little extra bit, if you're able to find it, it makes a big difference.